Hi Emma. I'm kind of speaking now in faith that having pressed the button, that it really is recording now. Uh, Thanks for stopping and spending some time with me this afternoon. We just thought it'd be really nice to record a little bit of a farewell video with you before you go on to new and better things. Speaking personally, I think one of the highlights of this year has been having you with us at St Matt's. It's been delightful to get to know you, um, and we are just so grateful for the way you've been involved in so many things, particularly with our young people. And so I just thought we'd just kind of ask a few questions to find out how your year has gone. So just to begin with, could you just tell us a little bit about your gap year, what you've been doing?
Yeah, so I was placed at St Matt's Church. This was like the main church, although I did like some work with other churches as well. So I did a few bits with St James and St Philip's and Christian Fellowship. So yeah, just kind of got really stuck in helping out with mainly the Encounter age group of like St Matt's on a Sunday and then Ignite on a Wednesday. And kind of towards the end of the year, I was doing more stuff with Engage and just loved getting to know everyone.
Right. Has there been any particular highlights in your year?
I think Unite has been a really good one. So that's like a town-wide youth service. And this year, like different churches would lead it each month. So St Matt's led it in October or November, and it was so good, so encouraging, and just so much fun. That would probably be one of my biggest highlights. I also really enjoyed the little bonfire night in your back garden. That was good fun. And Pancake Day, underneath all the stress, was good fun as well.
And kind of, it's an unusual thing, isn't it? Because you're not local to Tunbridge Wells. Kind of home is Wiltshire, Swindon. Is that, have I got that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and I knew it was Swindon. I was just trying to make sure it was definitely in Wiltshire. My geography is not as good as it could be at times. Being in a strange town and having to do everything new from scratch is quite a big thing. Were there particular challenges this year?
Yeah, so when I first came, I was absolutely terrified. Just moving away from home for the first time and like experiencing like a different church, kind of a different way of worshiping. And yeah, it's just that was terrifying, but everyone's been so lovely and so friendly, and I just really felt accepted straight away, which was so like calming for me, and just made me feel so much better about the whole year. Obviously, COVID ended my year early, which was really sad. But I still got to carry on working with you guys and doing some of the videos and the Ignites on a Wednesday, which has been incredible. I've really loved seeing like how well everyone's managed to like adapt to it. It's been crazy, but I think it's gone a lot better than it could have. So yeah, that's been really nice. Yeah, and like kind of midway through the year, I had a lot of challenges with like my mental health. So I was diagnosed with anxiety and OCD, which was quite a big thing for me. But I had an incredible support system around me in Tunbridge Wells and back home, that just really helped me through it all. So yeah.
Oh, fabulous. You must have been in a fairly unique position. It feels like everyone that you've worked with has been furloughed.
Yeah.
And yet, and you just keep on going.
Yeah.
And I know you were only meant to do, I don't know, a day and a half or 2 days, seconded from Tunbridge Wells Youth for Christ to us. I'm sure in lockdown and remotely back at home, you've done far more than that. So it's been a fairly kind of unusual gap year. It certainly wasn't the one you planned, I'm sure.
No.
But I really hope you've learned a lot through it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I guess the big question is, what now? I mean, this is obviously a significant year, but what does the future hold for you?
So I'm going to a Bible college called St Mellitus, which is in London, and it's like a placement-based degree in theology and youth ministry, which is exciting. I finally got a place, and I'm going to be placed at St Philip's in Tunbridge Wells, so just the other side of the railway, and still in Tunbridge Wells. I'm still going to be around.
But you do need a pass. You do need a passport to cross over the railway line. You do realise that.
I'll have to get that renewed. I don't think it's still.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But yeah, so I'm really excited to be staying around in Tunbridge Wells. Yeah.
And we're really pleased that it's not actually a complete goodbye, and we will see you around at Unite. So if our young people go along, they'll be seeing you again, which is great. And kind of church leaders gatherings that youth workers go to. It'd be great to see you at those sorts of things as well, and to kind of know you're in the area. And you've made a good choice. I know you'll get on really well with Rich and with St Philip's, and they will love you as much as we have loved you. Now, I know you wanted to kind of say your goodbyes too to our young people. So I don't know whether you've thought about what you're going to say, but would you like to, just share anything you'd like to with them in particular?
Yeah, I've not really thought this through, but I just want to thank you guys for being wonderful and not scaring me out of youth work completely. You've been absolutely wonderful. I've loved seeing you all grow up. Well, not grow up, but grow more confident and kind of grow out of your shell, even in this time. Like on the Zoom calls, you've all really come out of your shell, and it's been great to see. And just loved getting to know you. I'm really going to miss you all, but I'm still in Tunbridge Wells. I will come back and visit a lot. You can't get rid of me that easy.
I know I'm kind of a bit old to be speaking on behalf of the young people. I'm sure they're really pleased that it's not goodbye, because it's really hard when you build relationships like that, but it's only for a short-term thing and you have to kind of move on.
Yeah.
So kind of it's good for them, and it's also good for us that it's not like a complete goodbye. It's really exciting. I guess the final thing is I just really wanted to say a very big thank you. It's great because I love the fact at St Matt's that both staff and volunteers put so much effort into everything they do, and you've got stuck into that. It's a completely new church, completely new team. You've not been with us full time. You've had other responsibilities. Yet you've still given yourself wholeheartedly to our young people at St Matt's, and I'm really grateful for that. And if you'd ever had an excuse to pull back, COVID was it really. Having to go home, having everyone else sort of dropping like flies around you, not with colo, but by this kind of strange disease called furlough. And yet you've kept on going and done more and more and more. And we wouldn't, as the rest of the team, been able to do what we've done without you. And so it feels to me like you've gone way above and beyond anything anyone could have expected of someone doing their gap year or placement in the church. You've given us so much, and it's been lovely getting to know you. So I just really want to give you a very, very big thank you from St Matt's. And it's not just goodbye, but it's see you soon again, we hope. Thank you, Emma.
Thank you.
Anything else you wanted to say?
Just thank you to everyone in the church for making me feel so welcome and just really accepting me from the get-go. I didn't feel like I had to earn my place in the church. I felt like I was part of the family straight away, and I cannot thank you enough for that.
Oh, well, that's really kind. It's very gracious. Thank you so much. And it's been great just spending these few minutes with you this afternoon. It's such a shame we can't sit on chairs at the front of the church and kind of do it in a proper way, but then I suspect there'll be a lot of tissues as well as all the hugs. So perhaps this makes it easier on that front. Thank you ever so much, Emma.
Thank you too.